But now we're going to go to a team we didn't expect to be playing as well. I mean, playing well. That coming into the season, we did not think they'd be in this position that they are right now. We're talking about the Kansas City, the Cincinnati Bengals are actually number 1 in the AFC as we speak right now. They are 5-2, 4-2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, they are 5-2 right now. They beat the brakes on the Ravens and Lamar Jackson, which was a huge statement game to me. Like, that was wild. And then obviously they lost in overtime against the Packers. So, I mean, you flip that game, they'd be 6-1 right now. And I'll tell you what, I did not expect it. And the thing, too, is the team, it wasn't like I mean, outside of Jamar Chase, obviously, who at the rate he's going, he should be by far the offensive rookie of the year. That guy's been playing absolutely lights out, not even just for a rookie, but just for a wide receiver in this league. Like right now, he is playing as one of the best in the league right now. And no other rookies even close to him. And it's so impressive to see, like to see a rookie wide receiver play so well. Yeah. And and then the games they lost very close to. I mean, they lost to the Bears by 3 points. And like I said, it lost to the Packers in overtime by a field goal. But other than that, they beat the Steelers, they beat the Jags, they beat the Lions, and they beat the Ravens and the Vikings.
And the weird thing about the Bengals is like Burrow's playing well. Like the games that he's winning, you're talking about, he's over like his QB rating is like 110 plus. So and the games that he lost, he's like sub 80, like sub 90. And the games that he lost, the 2 games that he lost, like
even in his 66. Yeah, and even those games he lost, it's not like he's playing bad. It's not like the teams. It's not like they're losing because he played bad. It's just things just happen. Like sometimes you get the better teams just better. Like I said, I don't find Kansas City as a whole. Cincinnati as a whole to be the most talented team because they're really not. Like on paper, they shouldn't be the number 1 team in the AFC. Yeah, they have great weapons. Their defense can be questionable at times, and obviously we all know about their offensive line. But it seems to be Joe Burrow's find a way to get that ball out quickly and kind of protect himself a little bit. But it's surprising. Do I think they maintain it? It's tough to tell, right? Because they're not the most talented team, but it seems to be that they find a way to win. They seem to always find a way to win, or at least stay right in there. To say like their biggest blowout game was against, the 2 blowout games were against the Lions and the Ravens, their last 2 games. So it seems to be that they're just getting better and better each week. I did see them play against the Jags. They won at the final second for the maybe that's a game that, and things like that makes me kind of question because like I said, like the Jags, I watched that game every single play. Realistically, the Jags lost that game because of their own mistakes, not because the Bengals beat them. But they found a way to get back in it and win, and they're finding a way to win. And I know a lot of Bengals fans had really wanted to go after that coach because Zach Taylor, because he just hasn't really been performing, but now it seems to be everything's clicking. So for sure I don't know if this year they definitely make the playoffs this year. Do they make it deep in the playoffs? I don't know. Like I said, the Ravens game was a big statement game. It was a big statement game because that is a tough team. They're looking good and they beat them pretty well. Jamar Chase put up 201 yards and a touchdown in that game. Like that's unreal. Like that's insane. But
I mean, I think going forward, like Joe Burrow, he's not really like shooting lights out. Like I'm not really afraid. Like he's very like low percentage, but I think he's pretty efficient with his passing. He's not throwing 300 plus yards. He only has 2 games with 300 plus yards. So it's not something that you'd be like super afraid of. But he seems to have some chemistry. I do like their core. I like Boyd, Higgins, and Chase. I like those guys as a core. I would love them to be on the Dolphins.
And then Mixon's hit or miss. Mixon can be up and down. Like one moment he has like an amazing game, the next game he's just like he's non-existent.
and
So
Uzoma. I heard his name pronounced today. I guess he doesn't. The tight end that they have, he's like, oh, everybody's making up my name. It's Uzoma.
Uzoma.
Uzoma? No, it's Uzoma.
Yeah, the offense is good. If they can get the defense and the offensive line clicking, like they're going to be a really dangerous team, which obviously you fix in the offseason. Do they trade for anybody right now? I don't know. The trade, I don't see a lot of things. I don't see a lot of things happening on the trade deadline coming up. I believe Tuesday, I think the trade deadline is. I don't see much happening.
But going forward, I mean, the Bengals have a tough schedule. They're in with the Ravens and the Browns in that division. So you know that they have to play them twice. They play the Chargers, they play the 49ers, they play Kansas City, they play they play the Raiders. They got a tough schedule. Like, so, is this going to be sustainable? Who knows? You know what I mean? The great players show up. So Joe Burrow's finally having, hopefully, he still stays healthy coming off his leg injury from last year. And, they can continue, at least to compete. You said they're going to win a division, or you said they're going to win the division or make the wild card? Because that's a tough, I'm down on the Browns now.
I think they can win the division. I don't think it's far fetched to say that they can. Do they? I'm not 100%. I don't think it's. I mean, that's a tight race. I mean, like you said, I think they split half and half. I think they split the 2 games with the Ravens. I think Ravens might come back and win that. Then again, you're at Cincinnati because they beat Ravens at Baltimore.
Yeah.
If they keep on progressing and playing well, like Jamar Chase is getting better and better each game. Joe Burrow's getting better and better each game. The team as a whole is just banding together and getting larger victories. And these aren't the scariest teams in the world. And honestly, the AFC is pretty wide open. Like, anybody can beat anybody in the AFC, I feel. Like, now that Kansas City's kind of been dethroned, everybody seems like it's going to be really competitive coming to the end of the season because, like, they play the Browns. I mean, this Sunday they played the Jets, which easy dub. Then you play the Browns, which I don't know if Baker's going to be ready by then. I forgot how long they said his injury was. But I can see them beat the Browns. I can see them beat the Raiders. Yeah. I can see them beat the Steelers. Chargers, they might struggle with. But then again, like, these are all, at the rate that they've been playing, these are all winnable games. And obviously, you're not going to win them all. I don't think they're going to win them all. They're going to drop a few. But I can see them getting 6 losses this season, and that's it. Like, and going, what would that be, 11-6? Like, I could see that. Like, to me, that's a real, at the rate that they're going. I mean, we're roughly halfway through the season.
Remember last year that division, they had three teams in that division end up in the playoffs. So, I was like, okay, Joe Burrow's going to come back. And at least they'll be competitive. At least they'll have a fighting chance.
Yeah,
they got young talent. I didn't expect them to be at the top of their division, but but now definitely I'm down on the Browns. Definitely, there's a lot of injuries and a lot of ODB's not playing. OBJ, excuse me, OBJ,
and everybody was
playing
pissed.
well.
And everybody's pissed that they didn't pick up Penei Sewell in the draft. They didn't do anything to the offensive line really.
Yeah.
No serious moves on the offensive line, and people were questioning like whether or not it was a good idea to take Jamar Chase. Turns out to be that was by far the best thing ever.
Yeah,
because from what I understand, Penei Sewell's not playing the best right now.
I think he's playing pretty well. I think people like the way he's playing.
I mean, offensive line is hard. It takes time. That's a big adjustment. You're coming up like grown men versus like playing against college kids. I mean, don't get me wrong, those are still big kids in like the Pac-12, but I mean, these are like 25, 26 fully grown men that are like been in the league and a lot faster. But Jamar Chase is looking like that LSU connections seem to be something special and something we're going to see for a long time for sure. Like, just like we saw with Andy Dalton, AJ Green, even though I think Joe Burrow is by far a way better quarterback than Andy Dalton ever was.
And that's kind of for a franchise, like, you want to set those guys up to play together. Obviously, they have rapport. They went to the same college, so I think that was a smart move. I mean, regardless of Sewell or Chase, I think that you got good players in both of them. So I'm fine with it. They can always add and trade and get veteran players later on, but Cincinnati to me is just like a happy surprise. It's like, I was like, okay, maybe they'll be competitive. I don't know if they'll be at the top, but at least they'll be, interesting.
Yeah.
And
I thought they were going to be better.
above.
Yeah, I thought they're going to be better. I didn't expect him to come in here going 5-2, especially with the schedule and the division that they have. Like it's really impressive. And that's funny because like I just remember hearing all these Cincinnati fans just murdering Zach Taylor, saying that they want him out and that he's not a good coach. And now it seems to be working out. I mean, obviously time will tell if he's going to end up being a really good coach, because maybe all this talent is hiding his bad coaching, but who knows? Who knows?
Yeah. I definitely think they're fighting above their weight class.
Oh, for sure.
And,
for sure.